morning. Hey, Grayson. Good morning. Grayson went and got baths and haircuts yesterday. Did you get your bath and haircut yesterday? He said, yes, I went. And I went on Mother's Day, and I went and got a bath, and I got a haircut, and I smelled clean and fresh. Nice and clean, huh? Yep, good morning. Today is Monday, May 15th. The year is 2023. I had an excellent Mother's Day. My family came over. I went and picked up some ribs and some takeout to go from a restaurant called Fat Mats. And we had ribs and chicken and a bunch of stuff. It was a peaceful gathering. There was no liquor served here yesterday. Not one drop. This is probably the most peaceful family gathering that we have had in years. There was not one drop of liquor served over here yesterday. I'm so glad that I made the decision to remove all that stuff out of the house. So when they came over here, they were looking for something. I had sodas, I had juice, I had water, and liquor. And from here on out, whenever I do have any type of event at my house, particularly with my family members, no liquor will be served. Because it seems to, when the people start drinking, I don't know why this happens, but when people start drinking, shit starts to go awry. So I don't know why. He's over here in the driveway. I just saw him walking up. He's walking towards the front. He walking towards the front. Anyway, I'm making a video. So anyway, it was very peaceful over here yesterday. It was very quiet. And actually, I'm going to pause because I need some more coffee anyway. This coffee is cold. I'll be back in 1 second to get some coffee. Pause for a second. Back. Here goes Grayson back here again. Oh, Grayson. Today it is Monday, May 15th. I'm back. I had to get some more hot coffee. Because it was definitely got cold because I was on the phone. Today it is Monday, May 15th. So anyway, over the weekend, like I said, it was Mother's Day weekend. We had a nice event here at the house. It was quiet. No liquor was served. My family members were on their best behavior. Those who showed up. My nephews. They didn't even bring all those kids over here this time. So there were no kids over here. It was in a grown adult type thing. I don't mind children. It's just that for some odd reason, my nieces and nephews' kids are kind of, they're not being, they just run wild. And so they didn't come over. And so it was just all pretty much grown adults. We were doing fine. Anyway, the reason I was doing this video, so over the weekend I did a video where I talked about I had got down to basically $100 in my bank account. $100. The economy had tanked and all this shit was going on, and it was just a hard struggle for me to get back. One of the reasons why it was such a hard struggle for me is that when the economy tanked, it hit me so hard that I basically just went home and we kind of gave up. I gave up, and I wasn't going out doing the stuff that I should have been doing to keep moving forward. Giving up was probably the worst decision I ever made, because there were people coming to me with amazing opportunities at that time. Because everybody knew who I was. They were coming to me, and I just was kind of like, no, it's not going to work. The economy's not doing good. And I just would go to the gym and go home. Well, you can't just go to the gym and go home and expect life to continue on financially for you if you ain't bringing in no money. You know, so there were some things. I take full responsibility for things that happened in my life at that point, because I didn't get up and do what I was supposed to do. So there's all this talk about there's a recession going on. Because there will be a recession going on. And my family members over here were making a comment. They said there's going to be a lot of homeless people. There's going to be this, there's going to be that. And I said, y'all better keep pushing forward. Y'all better, whatever you do, you better keep doing what you're doing, and do not let this negativity get into your head like it did for me back in 2010, 2011, 2012. I literally laid on my ass for a couple years Because I guess I was so mentally stung by the fact that we lost those houses to foreclosure, cars we possessed, credit was jacked up. Had I got up off my ass and really got back grinding like I did when I reached that $100, but it took me getting rock bottom to that $100. It took me really falling down the rabbit hole, falling down that, hitting rock bottom to have $100 in my bank account before I got up off my ass and started making strategic moves that got me back in the position that I'm in today. I had to get up and do something. It was I had laid in bed long enough, going to the gym for 3 and 4 hours. I wasn't really pursuing personal training clients. I ain't anybody got no money. I had allowed all this negativity to get inside here, and it had a devastating impact on my life, on my finances. I wouldn't tell anybody. Lately I've had to turn off the news. I'm a news buff, but I don't even watch the news. When I turn that shit off, I want to see that shit. There's too much negativity on there. The news is really started to focus on too much negative shit, and so I decided, well, this ain't for me. I had to turn it off. Turn off those news programs. I don't even turn this shit on. I turn on music. I put on my chill music. I go throughout my day. I find that when I'm in a positive mind, a positive spirit, a positive situation, my life improves. My life improves, and it does a whole lot better. When I was listening to my sister and them, my nephew making these comments about the stuff they see, I don't get on YouTube and listen to all this negative shit. I see it. In fact, when I'm on YouTube and I see a bunch of negative shit, I just block and delete it. I don't want that shit to get into my head. I cannot allow myself to be here, y'all. It's a whole lot of negative shit all over the internet. And you have to make a decision if you're going to allow that shit to get into your head, take control of your life, or you're going to let it go. You have to decide how you're going to move forward with things that you want to do in your life. You have to make that decision. And if you let that shit get into your head, into your mind, into your soul and spirit, it's a wrap. I've been down that path. All this negativity on the internet and all these people and stuff, I would not allow that negativity to get into my head and mind. Don't do it. I would not allow that into my head. I wouldn't allow it into my mind. I wouldn't allow it into my home. I would not allow nobody to come around me with that shit. I don't want to see no text me, no videos, none of this shit. I don't want it around me. I don't want it in my head. I don't know if the economy's heading to a recession or not. I don't know. I can't read the tea leaves and tell you what's going to happen. But I can tell you who's going to make it through this recession. My black ass. I can tell you who not going to be over here scruffling around here. My black ass. Now, if y'all want to buy into that shit, go right on here. That's on you. Now, I was telling my nieces and nephews this. I said, if y'all want to buy into that shit, y'all, it's so much shit. I remember they talking about some Y2K. Y'all, I've been through so much shit over the years. But I guess the worst thing, like I said, when the economy tanked in 2008, 2009, and we went through that process of the short sales and foreclosures and repossessions and credit card debt and all that stuff, I would have recovered much faster had I got up off my ass and proceeded on with life. Instead of sitting around waiting for some miracle to happen, because there wasn't going to be no miracles happening. It wasn't until, like I said, I hit rock bottom and had that $100 in my bank account, and I finally got up off my ass and did something. Did multiple things, and they all worked out in my favor. I remember I met this investor. He was renovating houses they were getting for cheap. I met an investor at the gym. He was talking about, he showed me pictures. He said, well, we did these houses and they're not selling. I looked at the pictures and said, well, the reason why they're not selling, you all did these houses wrong. You have the wrong finishes in these houses. I told him I used to renovate houses, blah, blah. He said, you used to do this? I used to work out with this guy. We would see each other laugh and stuff. So anyway, I ended up going to those houses, walking through his house and telling him what corrections to make. Then I went to the other houses that he was renovating. And I said, okay. I saw the shit they was fucking up. I said, you need to change this. This ain't gonna work. Tear this wall down. Move this. Move this. They took all my... And they paid me for this. And I did this for a few years working with them. See, if I had not met those characters, those guys that were renovating those houses, and I had the knowledge and information, I've discussed this before, but a lot of stuff I do, I don't really say nothing about. Because when I was doing it at the time, I could have posted pictures and videos of the stuff that we were doing with those houses. I just chose not to. I don't know. I'm not sure why, what was going on. There was a lot going on. But I would get off, I would leave the gym, go meet them guys at them houses, walk through. I ended up even having to go to Home Depot, various flooring stores, pick out the stuff, pick out the tile, pick out this. They paid me for this. I made good money doing that shit. And I didn't own the houses. They sold those houses. Boom, 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 boom. You got to get out of your comfort zone. If you ain't got no hustle, then you ain't going to make it. I had lost my hustle. I had lost my hustle back in I was 40 years of age. That had an impact on me. Hitting 40. Hitting 40 was like running into a brick wall. That's the only way I can describe it. Turning 40 was not what I really wanted. It was not the way I wanted it to turn 40. I had planned this big 40th birthday party. That didn't happen. I had lost some friends who died suddenly. Well, one of my friends, on the day of, I'll never forget this, on my birthday of April 9th, 2010, when I turned 40, I got a phone call. I was on the beach in Florida. I got a phone call from a friend of mine, said the night before a good friend of mine had been shot and killed outside a club in Los Angeles. And I was like, are you... I just literally had been talking to this boy just the night before he said he was going out with some friends. I said, well, go ahead and hang out. He would call, wish me happy birthday and all this stuff. And we were on the phone talking, laughing. I told him I was in Florida. And the next day, another mutual friend called and said, hey, Brian got shot last night and was killed. I was like, I just spoke to Brian. I was like, this y'all lying. I rang that phone off the hook and it dawned on me. Brian was gone. My last conversation with him, when Brian called me at 12 midnight that night on my birthday and wished me a happy birthday. And he was on his way out to Los Angeles. It was a different time zone. And that was a tough period for me. Because Brian and I were really close. And whenever I was having Easter, I'd get Brian on the phone and Brian would talk me through all kinds of stuff. Brian was shot and killed outside, just standing in line at some nightclub. He was going in line and some guy just pulled out a gun and just started shooting at him. They didn't even know the person. If you're going to allow this negativity to get into y'all's head, you're not going to make it. Like I said, I've had to turn off the TV, turn off the news, and just allow myself to play positive music, listen to positive stuff. I said I'm not going to allow myself to get caught up in all this negativity. I'm not going to allow myself to have these issues and problems. I'm not going to, if you allow that stuff to get into your head, you're not going to be able to move forward. If you allow all the negative stuff that's in the news, that's in the media, you're not going to be able to do the things that you want to do. I'm listening to my nieces and nephews and my sister, the comments they were making last night. I said, y'all get them. I don't know what y'all watching. I don't know who you're listening to. I don't know what's going on, but y'all get to turn that off. Turn it off and begin the process of surrounding yourself with positive things and positive people and stuff like that so that y'all can keep moving forward. One of the biggest problems I have with my family members, they smoke all this weed all the time. Morning, noon, and night they smoking weed. How can you possibly achieve or do anything when your life is surrounded by smoking marijuana all day and night long? I don't smoke cigarettes or marijuana or do any type of recreational drugs. I don't. I don't need it in my life, especially if it's something that you got to do from morning, noon, and night. It's like, this is ridiculous. Y'all can't find nothing else to do with your lives. Do you smoke this stuff in front of your children? Why are you doing this? And that, I think, has an impact on certain ways that they think or may feel about certain stuff. Just my thoughts. I could be wrong, but that's just my thoughts on certain things. But anyway, I just wanted to do a video about that. I forget all this noise in the background because these dogs are way over here. I let them out. To get they were over there. I fed them breakfast this morning. They went and got it all groomed and cleaned up. And y'all, I would strongly suggest, as you move forward, I don't know what's going to happen in the economy. I don't know the answer to that question. I couldn't tell you. I do know everything's so expensive. Food, rents, mortgage, everything's high. I suspect that they're going to need to crash this economy to bring this shit down. The economy's going to have to take a serious hit. So I suspect that we're going to see, they say we headed to a possible recession. I can see that. I do believe that there will be a recession so that they can get inflation under control. Stop it in its tracks. I think a lot of people are going to end up unemployed. I think a lot of people are going to, it's going to be some tough times ahead. But only the strong are going to make it, y'all. Only the strong people are going to survive. You have to figure out if you're going to be one of the strong people who get up off your ass and keep going, or are you going to be one of the people that's going to fall by the wayside? You have to decide how, or that's the decision you're going to have to make. It's your life. But it's like it's my niece and nephew. And one of the things that I'm not going to do anymore is I don't like to get involved in people's personal affairs when it comes to finances and stuff. Figure it out on your own. You know, I can't help. You know, I just had a, okay. I was having this conversation. Ginger. Anybody over there? Come here, Ginger. I was having this conversation with someone early this morning who's having some financial issues. And I literally, when I hung up the phone with the person, I just said, I can't deal with that because this person is still out there in the streets. They're ripping and running. They're a sex addict. They got all this shit going on. Good luck. You're not going to be able to fix and resolve anything. And that's all you're doing out in the streets. If all you're looking for is the next big dick to stick up your ass, how can you're not focusing on money. You're not focusing on trying to hustle. You're not focusing on grinding. All you're doing is chasing behind niggas all day. I don't get the phone. Waste of time. Some people are not going to make it because their priorities are all in the wrong place. And if you're one of the people your priorities are all fucked up, good luck. If your priorities are not right, and your mind ain't right, you're not going to make it. That man I was talking to on that phone, he not going to make it. He ain't going to make it. It ain't going to work for him. He's an idiot. He has allowed sex to rule his life. And if he thinks that that is the answer to all the questions and his problems, then he's stupid. And so I hung up the phone and I said, why am I wasting my time talking with this fool? He not going to make it. Because his priorities are all fucked up. So if you're in a situation where your priorities are fucked up and all you want to do is smoke weed all day, do drugs and fuck, you ain't going to get nothing accomplished in your damn life. Nothing. And I don't give a fuck. Just don't call my ass. Leave me the fuck alone. Don't call me with your bullshit, because I don't want to fucking hear about the problems you have, and all you doing is smoking weed and chasing behind dicks all day. I don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck about your own life and well-being, so why should I? You don't care about what's going on with your finances. You so busy running around chasing behind dick all damn day. Why would I care? You ain't got nothing else to do? Anyway, that's a whole nother video. I'm sorry I had to go off on that tangent. But the whole reason why I was having it, this boy called me over the weekend, and he's having all these financial issues. And I was just like, dude, you ain't doing nothing. I've told you, gave you suggestions after suggestion. You ain't doing shit. If you ain't doing nothing, then how the hell you expect these situations to change? You think sitting up in church and screaming that Jesus is another one of the religious people. You one of these religious people. You sitting around running back and forth to church. But when you get out of church, you run around chasing behind dick all day. And smoking weed all day. What do you think gonna come with your life? What are you trying to achieve? What are you trying to do? Nothing now. Anyway, like I said, sorry about going on that channel. It's a whole nother video of fun. And to be honest with you, I don't give a fuck about that nigga. He can drop. Anyway, today is Monday. It's May 15th, the year 2023. I'm great. Finished. I got some workers heading over here. I'm not buying another house. I'm not doing this ever again in my entire life. This shit just keeps going on and on and on. I've had enough. I'm not doing this ever again in my entire life. I knew better when I bought this fucking house. I knew better, but I did it any damn way because I was stupid. I won't be that stupid again. If this house sells, good. I'm getting my money and getting the fuck on. I don't want to see no more big ass raggedy houses. I'm done with that shit. Anyway, today is Monday, May 15th. The year is 2023. I'm out. Enjoy the rest of this beautiful Monday.